right, y'all see what's going on. I'm trying to get them cool angles for y'all so we can make this video good. Y'all already know what time it is. YouTube, welcome back to another video. As y'all can see right now, we at the airport where it all first started with the YouTube channel. Some of you don't know, I used to be a Turo host. I did Turo for about 3 years and I recently stopped doing Turo. If you haven't seen that video, definitely go check that out right here for me. I explain why I stopped doing it. Today's video is not fully about Turo, but it's kind of about Turo. We're talking about being an entrepreneur versus working a 9-to-5 job. I'm gonna give y'all some pros and cons of each, you know, the pros of working a 9-to-5, the pros of being an entrepreneur, and the cons of both of those. Originally, when everything first started, this is where I made most of my money from doing Turo, is from the airport, everybody traveling in. There's plenty of money to be made here, and I thought, you know, what other good place to talk about being an entrepreneur and working a 9-to-5 is at the airport, because I was doing that, you know. I would get off my 9-to-5 job, come over here, drop off my rental car. So without any further talking, let's go ahead and dive right in today's video. I've done Turo for about 3 years now. It helped me out. I learned a lot of good entrepreneurial skills. There's a car alarm going off. Okay, it went off. Working your 9-to-5 job, it's guaranteed money. You know, you clock in, you clock out, you work 40 hours a week and you're guaranteed that set money. So it's guaranteed money. You always know it's coming in by every Friday or every other Friday. Creates a sense of stability. So that way, if you ever want to get a home, get a car, or do anything that really needs that set foundation in your life, it allows you to create that stability. You know, that's the main key and that's the main thing of why you would want to work a 9-to-5 job. Days off too, you know, whether that for me, that's Monday and Tuesday. I have those set days off. That way I can look forward to that, relax, get stuff done, record YouTube videos for y'all. It's pretty good to have a set 2 days off too as well. Depending on your job, you have the option of having a 401k or stocks. For example, we're at the airport. I used to do Turo. Turo doesn't have 401k or stocks. It's all about the money that you put aside, prepare for your retirement. So for example, if you were to go to any other rental car companies like Hertz, Enterprise, Avis, any other rental car companies, they have stocks and retirement options. So that way, once you've been working at this company for so many years, you have an option of retiring and have that stability later on in life. Doing your own rental car company is not for you. Maybe you should think about working for another rental car company that has these set things in plan and set things in motion for later on in life. You have the option of moving up in the company. So say, you know, right now you're making $20 an hour. You feel like that's not good enough. Depending on your job and what you do, you can always move up in the company and make more money, because that's what we're really trying to do. We try to make that money. That way we can enjoy life and not have to worry about so much things later on in life. So you have the option of moving up in the company, making more money, being more of a boss. My HVAC in my home recently went out. So luckily for me, I work a 9-to-5 job. Like I said, I was able to use some of my stocks that I have built up company that I work for. So I was able to take out the stocks and put that towards my HVAC. But say I was just an entrepreneur and I didn't have a 9-to-5 job, I wouldn't really have all that money built up. That, for me to replace my HVAC, cost me $10,000. And I don't know about some of you, because some of you out there may have a lot of money and everything like that. You may, you know, have this and that going on, but I don't got $10,000 just sitting around waiting for a rainy day. I don't think most Americans do nowadays have just $10,000 just sitting in their bank account. So that's another good thing about working 9-to-5. It allowed me to purchase my home, buy my cars to rent out on the platform, and fix things that go on in my home too. So that's another real world example of why working a 9-to-5 job is very beneficial, because you never know when things might be rainy days. Rainy days are going to happen and you may have to rely on that 9-to-5 job to allow you to move forward and better yourself too. There are some definitely cons of working a 9-to-5 job. Clocking in, clocking out. Say you have something going on, you know, you have a family emergency. Your job is gonna be like, hey, we know you got this going on, but we still need you here. You might have to show up on those days you don't feel like getting up and that you know, you don't wanna come into work, or you got other personal things going on in your life. You're still gonna have to be there. Granted, hopefully your job allows you to have sick time, or you have vacation time that you can use, like, because my job does. Thankfully, shout out to my 9-to-5 job. It allows me to have sick time and vacation time to use it for things I have going on. want, but not every job does. If you don't show up, they gonna fire your ass. If you don't show up on time and they need you there and you're not there, they gonna fire your ass if you do it too much. So you gotta be careful with that when it comes to not showing up to work and being there at work. So many call outs, so many tardies, you're out of there and they're gonna replace you just as soon as they hired you, just as soon as they're gonna fire you. You spend all this time at this job, 40 hours a week. 40 hours a week is a lot of time to spend at the said job, and you don't really have much free time to go out and enjoy life, to just go out and enjoy the nice, beautiful air or, fresh air, to travel, spend time with family or friends, to, go do fun things around town. You can't really enjoy life while working a 9-to-5 job, so drains your mental health. You clock in, you don't really want to go to this place every day. It's really draining to go somewhere that you don't enjoy doing, that you have no passion for. The only reason why you're really doing this job is to make money and to live and survive. So you don't really have any passion for it. So it's not the same. It's not as enjoyable to really work this job because you just don't have any motivation. It's really draining, and it just really brings you down and your energy. So for example, with me, once I get off work, I'm tired. I don't really feel like making videos. I don't feel like going out and doing certain things. It really makes me really drained. It doesn't give me that same energy and spark as I have on my days off. Like today, I'm off today, and y'all see that I'm full of energy. I'm doing this and that. We're getting stuff done, and I just don't have that same type of energy once I'm working my 9-to-5 job. Just take it with a grain of salt. Be the best you can be at that job, but just also know that you can be replaced, and try to make yourself irreplaceable so they can't fire you. Be on time, dress accordingly, and always try to just move up in the company if you have opportunities, so they can see that he wants to move up in the company. He's a valuable asset to the company and not a liability, and he's always late and things like that going on. That's my take on working a 9-to-5. There's some of the pros and cons of working a 9-to-5. Now let's talk about being an entrepreneur. All right, y'all, so a little behind the scenes. It's kind of bright up here, and I also want to get those cool angles for y'all. So we're gonna switch up locations, and that way I can continue to make this video a little cool and exciting. We're gonna switch up from being at the airport, because I do still have to pay here to be here. So we're gonna switch it up, and we'll be right back with y'all once we find the next cool location. So we're paying to get out the garage. This is another thing that I don't miss doing, is paying to get out this garage. So let's see how much it is. Hello, ma'am. I'm pretty good. How about you?
It's $5.
All right. Yes, ma'am. Stay tuned, and we'll see y'all in a few. Well, y'all, made it to Top Golf's parking garage. But nevertheless, guys, we are still bringing y'all this video, and I'm going to finish off this video for y'all. All right. So let's talk about some of the pros of being an entrepreneur. Once you're an entrepreneur, you basically have the freedom to do what you want depending on what your business is. So you set your own hours, you can make as much money as you want, and you can expand your business. For example, a lot of you watching are entrepreneurs if you do have a Turo car or a Turo fleet, so that allows you to set your own hours. On the app, you can set your time from when you want to start pickups and end the pickup time. You can block off certain dates if you have those dates that you don't want to do it. Not only that too, you can expand from 1 cars to 2 to 3 to 4 and grow a whole fleet. So it allows you a lot more opportunity to expand your fleet and be more flexible with your time. Say for example, you're about to go on vacation. Okay, so you can block off the cars from this day, or you can have somebody else help you out and manage the fleet while you're gone and hire employees. So once you hire employees, you're bringing people onto your team and allowing you to make more money. Number 1 and 2 of being an entrepreneur, flexibility, and employ others and help others make money with you. Expand your fleet and move your business and relocate it other places. So say that I want to move out of my hometown, which is Charleston, South Carolina. I'm able to do that. I can move to Colorado, Arizona, New York, Texas, anywhere, and move my business with me and just transport my cars. Or I could continue to branch off and have people who I employ manage these cars for me and co-host. So that's another good thing about being an entrepreneur. You can expand, move whatever you want to, and you're not really tied down into one spot. It allows you to create a business that your family can have and own too. For example, Top Golf right here, this probably was started off by a family who had like a little golf course, and then they expanded and continued to expand, and now it's known as this big franchise as Top Golf. Just like Apple, it starts off in your garage, and then now look what Apple has expanded to now. Everything starts off with that one product, that one invention, that one business, and you can continue to expand and create for your family. So being an entrepreneur allows you to pass down generational wealth if your business lasts that long, and to continue to multiply and expand from there. So being an entrepreneur has a lot of pros to it. You can create as much money as you want, as long as you have the dedication and the willingness to wake up every day and extend those long hours and put in that time and effort. You can expand your business to whatever you want to make it become. Some of the cons are that you are the boss, so you're not able to clock out. Once that 9 or 8 hours is up in that day, you're still working unless you have a system planned out. So say you have a rental car fleet, 3 cars that go out, you gotta wake up really early that morning and then have all those cars done. But by a certain time, you're off the clock. You're passively making money while people are driving your cars and things are being worked out, that system that you've already created. Once you create a good foundation to it, the business can run without you having to be there, depending on what the business is, but you still have to put in that time and effort to create that, to have it run at that type of capability. Your business may not make it out and become this huge company that you may want it to. It may not become an enterprise or an Apple or a Nike or anything like that, depending on what your company is. You have the possibility of it may fail. For me, example, my business failed because I didn't buy the car at the right time and the right price. It's really important to pick business that's gonna tell the tale of time and last a long time. You have to start from a good foundation. If not, your business just may flop and you may not really be able to expand and go from there with your business. Just like mine, because mine failed. But it's all right, because I'm still making these YouTube videos for y'all, so it's okay. Well, kind of okay. Just because your business did good one year, so I've seen a lot of clothing brands and people who are doing clothing brands on like YouTube and everything like that. They have one year where they make $100,000, or they have some months where they make $5,000. Just because your business did good one year doesn't mean it'll be doing good the next year. One year on Turo, I made almost $10,000, but the other years I made like $8,000. So it's not guaranteed and set in stone that your business is going to be good. It's all very seasonal, and it's just not guaranteed. It's not stable income being an entrepreneur. Not only that too, if you want to get the cars, you want to get the homes, you want to get the loans, you may not be able to because it's not stable. If I want to borrow $5,000 from you and I say, okay, look, I made $5,000 this year and I'm not too sure what I'm going to make this year, but can I borrow $5,000? You may be kind of hesitant. You might be like, whoa, bro, like, how do I know I'm going to get my money back? That's the same way lenders are going to look at you and be like, hey, how do we know we're going to get our money back if you're not have anything to really prove that you can make this much money guaranteed each time? Let's say I expand out my business. I'm in South Carolina. I got somebody in Colorado helping me out. I don't know why I picked Colorado, but we're gonna go with it. So say I find somebody in Colorado to help me out. Finding good help is hard to find, okay? Once you find that person to help you out, they may not put in the same dedication and the hours and the effort that you may do because they just don't care about it as much. Because they didn't create it. It's not their baby that they create from the startup to what it is now. So they may not care about it as much. So just because you find help to help you out to expand doesn't mean that it will be good in the long run. Not only that too, there's a saying that you don't hire friends and family to help work for you because they may take advantage of you. They may show up late every day and be like, oh, come on, bro, like, I'm your brother, you got to give me a chance. Or, oh, I'm your cousin, you got to give me a chance, this and that. And they may not work as hard as somebody that you may meet off the street randomly. To even get the business started, how are you gonna find the startup money to get started with it? For me, luckily I had my 9-to-5 job to put down the money on the cars and the home and everything like that. That's how I was able to buy my cars and finance my cars because of that. But to find the startup money, how are you gonna find that? How are you gonna get lending if you don't have the start ground up money to get started? It's kind of, I wouldn't say impossible, but unless you're rich or you have family members or friends that can give you money, it's basically really hard to find the startup costs to do those things. Not not only that too, there's a lot of cons to being an entrepreneur if you haven't noticed, but it could also be good. But another con is there's no 401k or stocks. You know, I was doing Turo. They don't have a stock option. They don't have 401k. All the money that my cars bring in, I have to put that money to the side to save for rainy days or for retirement or for when I get older. You know, you have to really budget your money for these rainy days. You have to be good with money. You have to have an accountant. So to really sum things up, guys, being an entrepreneur versus having a 9-to-5 job, they both have their pros and cons, okay? You know, one creates that stability, but the other one gives you that freedom to expand and do more and to create more money. But if you're really gonna be an entrepreneur, you gotta have the 9-to-5 job until your business really takes off and you can make all that money and then use that money to invest into something that creates passive income to where you're creating money all the time. You don't really want to be a one-hit wonder. Even with doing YouTube, you know, it's not guaranteed that these videos will make you a lot of money and you'll do really well. Nothing's really guaranteed when it comes to being an entrepreneur. It's kind of like just shooting your shot and see what happens. So at the end of the day, definitely save all your money from your 9-to-5 job. Don't spend it on things that you don't need, and don't buy things that are liabilities. Buy assets with your money so your assets can make you even more money. So for example, I bought my condo at the age of 23. I was able to use my 9-to-5 job to buy my condo, and later on I plan on renting out my condo I have now and using that money that I create to buy more property. So you see how I leverage my money from my 9-to-5. I bought my one condo, I'm gonna buy another condo and keep expanding until I can buy hotels, or I can buy apartments or multiple homes, things like that. Really just use your money to create more money from your 9-to-5 job, and having a 9-to-5 job gives you that stability. I do appreciate y'all continuingly to support my channel. We are at 873 subscribers, so shout out to all of y'all for supporting my channel. I do appreciate it so much, and I can't wait to continue to roll out these videos. Oh, and also too, shout out to y'all for picking today's topic too. So if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram. I allowed my supporters to pick the topic of today's video. So if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram. We have a giveaway coming out soon. I already have the giveaway item, so definitely follow me on Instagram. And if you like today's video, please like, comment, subscribe. And thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.